Here we are. Okay, so today we are finally gonna hop into the third and final part of Maximum Speed Delivery Dash. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this and play some more games later on. So I'm looking forward to this. I've been wanting to do it. I wanted to do it yesterday, but Genshin took longer than I expected to get through. But here we are with the last little finale. So last we left off, and Prometheus suddenly appeared. Somehow Prometheus came back. As the saying goes, essence is the appearance of its appearance. Experience tells us that if a person has a hairstyle like Bronya, acts like Bronya, and has hobbies like Bronya, this person could be Prometheus. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. She's hopeless. Why are y'all looking at me like that? Has the game Red Light Green Light become popular on Earth again? Unfortunately, I cannot participate because traffic rules didn't apply to robots. No one responded, prompting Prometheus to shake her head to herself. It appears you cannot comprehend a robot's humor. Prometheus? All that time we spent searching, and you're the legendary delivery driver? You little... Legendary delivery driver? What is that? Prometheus looked at them confusedly, then suddenly seemed to remember something. Turned to Bronya, she repeated again in a standard newscaster tone. Hello, your order has arrived. Please pick it up. Bronya awkwardly accepted the bag and pulled out 2 bags of chips and a burger. Bronya, you're only eating junk food again? Budget's tight. Budget's tight. Look on the bright side. At least eating at this hour is still fairly healthy. As she spoke, Bronya held out a bag of chips to Seele, but one disproving look from Seele was enough to make her sheepishly pull her hand back. Come on, Bronya, you gotta eat better than that. I crack a can of soda open. You gotta eat well, eat healthier. Jeez, Bronya, even I feel a little bit sorry for you. I've been eating perfectly healthy these past few days. Thanks to the budget cuts, I've been on beet soup and neither beets nor meat. Didn't have to add the last part. The one time I finally decided to treat myself, Seele caught me red-handed. Good thing it's just delivery. Oh? Are you implying that you've gotten away with more things I don't know about? No, don't overthink it. There she goes again. Couple's getting couple's angry. Dun 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 dun. Start up. Alright. I'll just take that one. Thankfully, I played basically one-handed, so I can drink my soda easier. Burning shield range. What is it? So I guess, what would Prometheus be doing being the delivery driver? She seemed unfamiliar with the term, but if it's not actually Bronya, then who could it actually be? She's still not been eating good, but if she's not actually doing deliveries like I thought she would be to get that budget for the game, then maybe she really is innocent in this case at least. I mean, she's still definitely gonna be in trouble with Seele for all her other mishaps and hiding, but that's at least one less tick on the roster for things to be in trouble about. Married life, am I right? Close to you are to an enemy. This thing's just going across the whole area. Don't even have to move. Gameplay. Ba-bum-bum. Let's see, can I go the whole way without moving from the spot? My hands are off the controller. Oh, they're pushing me. But it wasn't enough. And secondary boss goes down just as easily. All done. Meanwhile, the other Seele was still locked in a stalemate with Prometheus. You're really not the legendary delivery driver? I confirmed that no such entity exists in my database. That said, there is something amusingly fitting about a delivery legend who never needed food delivered to her in the first place. What a load of nonsense. Then why suddenly become a delivery driver out of the blue? Even mechanical life forms possess the instinct to fill gaps in their knowledge through experience. In other words, it all comes down to the pointless yet boundless curiosity. Curiosity? When even combat mechas start delivering food, it is truly difficult not to be curious about what makes this red ocean market so attractive. Look, just like this one. Prometheus lifted her toes and gently tapped the rough robe mecha that had just been defeated. Wait, defense-type mecha? Aren't those the everyday assistant mecha the legendary delivery driver controls? The conversation caught Seele's attention. She looked down, gazing suspiciously at the defunct mech on the ground. At least he used to be. However, this is an area of peace. Common mecha like that are not in demand anymore. Prometheus shrugged. Is it not common occurrence to replace the previous boss due to shifting industry trends? See, I replaced mine too. Don't bring up something so heavy with such a straight face. Still, I think I now understand what you mean by legendary delivery driver. Follow me. Oh, so she does know it. Prometheus led the group to a rather old construction site. One side was fenced off, clearly a sign that construction had recently resumed. So they pushed aside a few stray wires blocking the path, her lips curling in disgust. Did you really expect us to find clues in a place like this? Suddenly she rarely raised her scythe. Seele, get back! To her surprise, deep in the construction site were piles of mecha of all sizes. Most were in good condition, with smooth shells and with no rust. However, every one of them was covered in a thick layer of dust, evidently left here shortly after leaving the factory. Don't worry, these mecha are clearly low on energy, so they won't react. These are the legendary delivery drivers you're looking for. Probably. Huh? Judging by their appearance, these mecha were likely built before this place became a tourist destination. With the Honkai gone and tourists pouring in, these mecha were obsolete the moment they rolled off the line. Now they just sit here, slowly rusting away. Recently, with the construction crew moving in, someone modified these mecha to serve as food delivery assistants. No wonder that delivery driver can take dozens, even hundreds of orders at once. With an army of mecha like this, that's hardly a challenge. Yeah, but who's getting, like, the profit from doing these deliveries? Come to think of it, we have the legendary delivery driver to thank for modifying these dusty mecha, so they have a chance to shine in a new field. They sure are shining bright, alright. Cost us a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, seems like the delivery driver who modified this mecha were an amateur, so modifications were incomplete. That's why they reverted to their initial common mode halfway through. It's a shame, though, things didn't work out, and ended up causing a bunch of trouble instead. Such sloppy work, so legendary driver really isn't Bronya? No matter what field of life science they specialize in, all personnel ultimately end up as delivery drivers. I shall call this the law of conservation of delivery drivers. That is the reason I tried to become a delivery driver. But after doing it, I realized that the rush timing, the random destinations, and the frequent mishaps along the way weren't much different from wandering around bubble universes with Missilene. Prometheus, you're not going to keep doing food delivery? Naturally, a career initiated by curiosity will terminate once the curiosity is sated. That is highly logical. Well, I guess good for her that she didn't have to worry about that, and having a stable job. In that case, it's about time to delete my account before the rush hits. For the final time, I wish you a pleasant meal. Wait, Prometheus, won't you reconsider? If you leave, what are we gonna eat? Huh. Yeah, what are we going to eat? Prometheus departed without hesitation, leaving behind the only forlorn figures of a girl and her buddy. Meanwhile, Seele wasn't distracted by the farce unfolding before her. She looked at the logo of the construction fence and frowned deeply. That's right, how could I forget? There's no situation that calls for a mask. Calls for a mask? And what could this be about? Panacea staff. Inflict negative status on enemies. Electrify state. Neat. I do love my lightning weapons, and this one looks cool with arcing blue lightning. I suppose we have our answer for the delivery drivers, but... As Sally Savage, still mysteries left untold. I wonder if we'll get to see the punishment L that Bronya is going to be put through for all her mishaps this time around. That'll certainly be fun to see. Down, doggy. Slice and slice and slice. Just keep slashing, just keep slashing, 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 slashing. You know, I am wondering if they wanted to call this officially going on dates with Bronya and Seele. Are they gonna do that for Kiana and May next? Like once she wakes up? It seems only fair. If Bronya and Seele can get confirmed as real. You gotta give the OG couple too, of course. That's only right. The only real challenge comes from that endless mode. Full range, basically the whole screen now, or whole width. We'll be fine, just a few little poison puddles and ice. That's not enough to stop us. Goodbye. All clear. Good job, girls. Next up. After parting ways with Prometheus, Seele didn't brush off. Instead, she lingered around the construction site, searching thoroughly. What are you looking for? Let me help. I'm okay, I'm just having a look around. Seele, now that we figured out the whole story, let's just stop here. I'll head back, order a massive meal, and get some solid sleep. Then I'll focus entirely on enjoying this rare vacation. Seele looked at her with a smile. Uh-oh. What's wrong, Bronya? It's nothing, I just have a bad feeling. Have you sensed something dangerous? I'm not sure if it's dangerous, but I have a feeling someone's in for a bad time. I think I heard your thoughts, Project Bunny. Boss, it's just a misunderstanding. Suddenly they stopped stopping from a small warehouse deep within the construction site. There's barely any dust at this gate. I think this is the place. What do you mean dust, Seele? I say better hurry up back in. The other Seele glanced blankly between the two of them. Then her expression changed as realization dawned. Seele, isn't this... Seele didn't answer. She didn't see Drew or staff, and as soon as the next second, the warehouse came back. Gate came crashing down. No! What did you do, Bronya? What did you do? Or what else have you done, I should say? Explode on content daily damage. That's neat. You wanna play patty cake? No one ever wants to play patty cake with Seele like this. I wonder why. Patty cake, bakers make, however the rhyme goes. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Rapid fire grenade launcher. Clawnade launcher. Nah, per the claws of the storm. This is less interesting shape. Oh well. Certainly effective though. Oh, we still get those. My guess is that behind this little door here that Bronya's trying so desperately to hide, maybe it's like a cave where when she goes to slack off or be unhealthy, and so Seele's gonna dismantle the whole thing. A little Bronya cave. In order to get away from the, ever diligent, healthy doctor wife. Bum 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 bum. Oh, that is strong. Clear. Alright, Bronya, what did you do? Unlike its exterior suggested, the room inside was spacious and tidy, with several computers humming away in this corner. Looks more like a larger workshop than a warehouse. Seele merely glanced at the screen before turning back to gaze calmly at Bronya. So it really is a demo for the Studio Region's latest title. Looked like even while tearing through the city as a later delivery driver, Bronya hadn't forgotten to develop a game during her sleep hours. Seele, That's amazing. Eating deliveries, staying up late, speeding, and endangering public safety all rolled into one? That's so like you, Bronya. Oh, she is so pissed. She's so afraid. Seele. Oh, so useless. Time like this, it's up to me to save the day. Seele, you've got it wrong. We're crashing here, sure, but I'm the real legendary delivery driver. Bronya has no clue about any of it. Oh? Is it really you? Trust me, I'm the real deal. Nice work. I'll sign off when you leave once you're back. Sure thing. Thanks, boss. Well, at least they're good partners. In that case, I'll make sure you remember this. Hey, wait. I'm the one delivering food. Why am I getting punched, too? Nipping problems in the bud. That's doctor's duty. Oh, these poor girls. At least Bunny is loyal to Bronya, not betraying her, despite her complaints. Bum 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 bum. This game is merely a representation of what Seele is going to do to Bronya after all this is done, over and done with. Every little enemy being one of Bronya's bad habits. Bum 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 bum. I do wonder if we'll get like a little teaser for the next character drop at the end of this, like they have done a few times. And so I wonder who it will be. Like, we've gotten most of the main cast back yet for part 2. Well, there are still a few left. Like, personally, I'd like to see a new Red Seele come out. That we can have something besides sarcasm. But I doubt they're gonna do a back-to-back Seele. There's no Fuhua we haven't really seen at all throughout the story. Or part 2. Like, we even got Sushang, who came back for a part 2 variant, but still no Hua. So it'd be nice to see her again. I don't really think we would see Senti be brought back. That's basically everyone of the main cast. Maybe, well no, we got an Arteri. Maybe it'll be our wild card character. We'll get like, I don't know, a new Susanna. That'll be interesting. You're going to be healthy whether you like it or not, Bronya. You will let your wife care for you, and you will like it. Hello, dog. You scared me. At least there's no fireworks tonight, so I don't have to worry about that. More of that, please. Oh, I looked away for a second. Just let them slip through. That ought to do it well. They're kind of exploding on us with this path, but we're fine. We're immune to our own damage, our own bullets. How's the boss take this? Very well. Leveling so quickly. Who's left? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's Bunny herself. Powerfully fires the barrage of bullets. Bunny, are you sure you want to do this? Right on, I guess. Oh wait. Okay, I should take a lot of damage there. I actually nearly died there if I didn't back away. Goodbye, world. With a thud, Project Bunny fell dramatically to the ground. Project Bunny! Get up. Silly would never hit you that hard. Project Bunny made no reply. She simply lay there with her hands clasped over her chest, looking as peaceful as if it were in slumber. Silly ignored Project Bunny, looking up at Bronya with a smile. Bronya, as a true legendary delivery driver, is there anything you'd like to say? Wait, Silly, are you mistaken? Legendary delivery is Project Bunny! During the critical phase of the game development, right under your nose, Project Bunny voluntarily took on a second part-time job. Bronya, do you really think I'd buy a story like that? Can't argue with that. What's that sound? That's my heart crying. I was going to take the fall for Bronya in exchange for a generous paid leave, but you saw right through me in a heartbeat. So I took that beating for nothing. Still, Silly, what makes you so sure that your precious Bronya is a legendary delivery driver? Because something felt off. When I saw Bronya earlier in those sunglasses and mask, I'd already been suspicious, but I couldn't figure out what they were about at the time. It wasn't until I noticed how similar the construction crew logo was to the vertical print of the mask that I realized that there was where that feeling came from. Silly never told us where we'd be spending for the holidays, but I probably didn't expect us to see us here either, so I doubt she brought the mask because of us. But why would someone like Bronya, who willingly plays games to sudden death every day, start carrying around a mask around in front of out of the blue? Maybe it's only useful for repairing dusty mecha at the sand-swept old construction site. I see. You're amazing, Silly. Your observation and deduction skills are both incredible. You've grown so much, Silly. That's because doctors basically play guessing games with illness for a living, and besides, there are always patients who won't come clean. Bronya gave a dry laugh, breaking down into a cold sweat. Now it's your turn, Bronya. So, what wild idea made you suddenly take up a job as a delivery rider? Silly, would you believe me when I told you it was an accident? What? It's just, I originally just wanted to order some food, who might accidentally register as a delivery driver. Later, I realized delivering food was surprisingly fun, so I kept at it to make extra money for the studio on the side. So my first guess was correct. It was all for the studio to get money for it. Yeah, speeding and setting up to delivering food sounds exactly like your thing. So, Bronya, you started doing food delivery that long ago? I can't believe I didn't notice it all. Due to a minor incident later on, my license got revoked. It wasn't until recently, when the studio ran out into cash flow trouble, that I got back into it. Silly, you're not angry, are you? Oh, I'm sure she's livid. I promise I didn't push myself to limit this time. Project Bunny and the Mech can handle up all the long hours for me. What a heartless boss. Speaking of which, why did those mecha lose control? Bronya, are you alright? Well, it's because Bronya cut corners and brought third-party system control software. She wouldn't pay for an annual subscription. It's allocating the budget reasonably. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So when crunch time hits a few days ago and she forgot to pay the bill, this is where it got us. Now we had to stop taking delivery orders and put the development on hold, just to run all over the world recovering the rampaging mecha. Genius. Pure genius. ... At this, the sailors could only exchange a speech glance. These mech have been gathering dust ever since they left the factory. Then one day, someone finally took notice of them and gave them the new lease on life, only for them to be passed down through the subcontractors and turned into unpaid delivery drivers. They were even condemned for attacking residents in the end. Do these mecha have, how developed are these, mechas AI? Do they have, I don't know, rights, or will they actually get paid? Do they have lives? If they had an AI, well, I guess I'd answer that, and learned whether they were being scrapped just because someone forgot to renew their monthly card, I wonder how they'd feel about that. True, but thankfully they aren't feeling machines. They're just machines. Based on the numbers, we should be almost done recovering the modified mecha. Thanks to your help, this chaos is almost over. Over? Silly, is there something you want to ask me? No, never mind. Really? Yeah. Silly, you seem a little awkward since we heard about the legendary delivery driver today. Is everything okay? Looks like she's a bit shy, so let me to explain instead. Silly arrived in Yuying City ahead of you and especially hired the city's top-rated delivery driver to send a gift to you. Coincidentally, the delivery driver was me. How did you know I was the one who placed the order? I signed thousands of orders of Mecha every day, but as luck would have it, this one landed with me. So you knew this whole time and didn't say a word? If you did this on purpose, I swear I'll... Sorry, I couldn't resist teasing you a little. That was not my intention. Initially, I was so swamped with cleaning up after the Mecha rampage that it completely slipped my mind. Later, when we regrouped and I saw Sally's reaction, I completely lost the nerve to bring it up. Sorry, Sally. As much as I wanted to deliver that message for you, Bronya only had one life to risk. But for now, it's time to complete this order. I think it'll be better if you gave it to Sally yourself. As she spoke, Bronya handed an exquisite box to Sally. Under Bronya's encouraging gaze, Sally handed the box to her other self. Oh, this is... Oh, what is it? What sort of cute thing did Sally do? One more round. One more wave of mechas to get through. I guess it turned into more of a Sally and Sally dating vacation than Bronya and Sally. But that's fine too, of course. I always loved the Sallys. It was very evident from the start that Sally had something she was, like, especially miffed about when this whole rampage started, so for it to be something like this is very fitting. She just wanted to give Sally a gift. I wonder what kind of gift it'll be, though. What if something... My guess is like something sweet and very wholesome, like a bouquet of flowers to sort of congratulate her on all the good work she does as a doctor and whatnot. I think that'll be very wholesome. And it does use a lot of like flower effects in her fighting styles and whatnot. So it won't be too crazy to think of flowers for her. Bum, 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 bum. All this effort and mess, just because Bronya wanted to get some extra money for the game development. When will she learn? When will she learn? Dun 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 dun. Extreme combo. Last charge. Even bigger slashes. Now I don't want to move. There's no escaping this couple. Power couple. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's it gonna be? Rock. And dog. We got them all. Oh, this guy. Aw. Of all the things for it to be, it's this one where Bronya first became her sure reason. How symbolic and nice. Lord of the Flower Fields. That's so sweet. I still picture that full animation perfectly in my head. I miss those animations that they used to do. I'm sure they still have their animated cutscenes and whatnot, but they do it a lot more like the normal like game models and whatnot. They don't have like the full anime cutscenes anymore. And I love both. I'm still nostalgic toward those. I'm actually in danger of dying here. Why is this one boss so tanky? Go down? Oh. I got closer than I should have been. 3.8. Aww, it's a bracelet. It's so cute, and it's got both of them on it. The black flowers for Seele and the blue butterflies for her. That's adorable. Is it handmade? This bracelet. Seele, do you remember it? Of course, how could I forget? It's tied to such a wonderful memory. It was a rare shared vacation for the three of them. While spending time with the children at the Siora's home, Seele suggested that they all make something crafts together. You stared at the instruction sheet for this bracelet for a long time back then. Bronya also said that its design was interesting, almost like it was tailor-made for us. Yeah, unfortunately it was a spur-of-the-moment thing that day, and Siora's home didn't have all the crafting tools we needed. So we agreed to make the bracelet together as a memento for next time we came to see the kids. I just didn't expect us to get tied up again so soon. Either the three of us could never get our schedules to line up, or we barely had time to play with the kids before rushing off again. I didn't expect you to still remember it, let alone give it to me as a gift. You bet. I remember everything about you clearly, every little thing. Aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Seele, that makes me so happy. Seele, you wouldn't believe how long the note that she attached was when she had me deliver this bracelet. Bronya! Warning, this item is extremely important to both me and the recipient. Warning, handle it with care and deliver it safely. Otherwise, I'll make sure you regret it worse than death. Additionally... Stop it! Watching the two of them goof around, Seele broke into the brightest smile she'd worn all day. You see, that's a real smile, not the one where she's pissed at Bronya. Seele, you feeling a little bit better now? I'd be happy if you keep your mischief to this level. Seele, you don't have to worry so much all the time. We all want you to take it easy. And I can't do that. If I really left you alone, you'd be the ones getting hurt. Nothing we can't handle. Then I promise not to behave myself next time. Do you really think I'd believe that? Silly. Never mind. I know your character too well. You won't change that easily. In the end, Silly just gave her a resigned smile. If you want to make it up to us, put work aside and take the next few days off with us. And here we go, our happily little ever after ending. How does one have a great day? Answers may vary greatly, but for Bronya and Seele, the best choice was naturally to leave work behind and spend some happy, peaceful time together. And so when the dust settled, the girls finally got to enjoy their wonderful vacation they had promised each other long ago, but could only now make a reality. Petals drifted down, their fragrance filling the air. Tourists lost themselves in a world of flowers, which bloomed like smiles. Looking at the scene before her, Bronya let out a long sigh of relief. Come to think of it, how long was it since the last time we did something like blah? We did something unproductive yet heartwarming. A few months, half a year, a year? But it can't be helped. We can stand on our own now, after all. It's been embarrassing to say we can stand on our own. No, Seele, you've always done a great job. You're already the undisputed backbone of the medical squad. Suddenly, the atmosphere around here, Bronya cautiously swallowed the rest of her sentence. It would be even better if you weren't so strict with me. Good luck with that, Bronya. Actually, I just want to help everyone a little more. It's just like when I was still frail. I only want to do a little more for everyone and become a source of support for them. It's just the more I help everyone, the more I realize how little I can actually do. Don't say that, Seele. You're an indispensable asset and an irreplaceable friend to us. You always have been. Thank you, Bronya. I know what you mean, but it's not what I want to say. Ever since joining the medical squad, I've met all kinds of patients through my work. There are soldiers who are no longer fight due to injuries, and civilians who try to live normally because of illness. Although my authority can heal their sickness and injury and ease their pain, the marks left by their suffering won't fade away so easily. Soldiers becoming afraid of battle or overly aggressive due to trauma. Civilians experiencing drastic personality changes after serious illness. There are countless cases like these. So sometimes I can't help but think, how wonderful it would be if my ability weren't healing pain, but keeping everyone from ever knowing it. Silly, this isn't your responsibility. I understand, of course, but as a doctor, it's hard not to think that way. A doctor's duty is to heal and save lives, yet their greatest wish is for a world that no longer needs doctors. Isn't that a bit of a contradictory? Is that why you're so strictly for your patients? Although some may have said that I act like a completely different person when I'm put on the doctor's coat. Am I really that scary? What should I do? What if I scare the patients? If they're scared of you, they must be blind. Silly. It'd be even better if you could be a little more lenient with me, too. Oh, so now you're actually saying it. Hello, Chevy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We're at the finale for this event, and it's been very lovely. Hope you're doing well. I can't do that. You're already doing it as you please these days. If I don't do something, who knows what might happen. Anyway, there's no way I'd agree to that. Then stay the course. If I started acting differently because of you, there must be many others subtly influenced by you. Sparing them would be sparing them worse injuries. Yeah, this game is great. It's my favorite game ever. You see, maybe you're actually already changed the world in your own way without really even realizing it. Changing the world usually doesn't mean actually moving the earth, but rather subtly altering the course of your own life and the lives of those around you. Bronya, haven't I been changed by all of you though too? Whether it's this gift or just having you by my side, I think I understand what I truly want a little better now. I love these girls so much. This game means the world to me. That's really all happily ever after ending. Love it. The girl looked up at the swirling petals in the distance, and shared a smile with her friends. Even if flowers eventually wither, even if incurable diseases remain in this world, at least the flowers bloomed at a moment longer at her fingertips. At least she brought every patient a measure of comfort. At least they still had such peaceful, heartwarming moments together. A gentle breeze swept by, sending petals fluttering down. Amid a sea of flowers were the three inseparable girls, playing as they always did. Silly, wanna make a flower crown together? It's like this bracelet. Let's change this world with more peaceful, heartwarming memories. Cause this is what we always cherish the most. Alright, then let me use my authority to capture it in full bloom. Just like today, which would be etched into memories as the most heartwarming scene. In that case, I'll have to go all out to make the flower crown Silly will absolutely love. Oh, getting fired up? I'll craft the most unforgettable flower crown ever. By the way, Silly, for the sake of the flower crown, can we call it even for what happened earlier? Don't even think about it. Yep, Bronya is not escaping her wife's wrath. The warm breeze carried the girl's laughter into the distance. Like a prayer, it etched a beautiful blessing into a fleeting moment. Oh, what a sweet ending. I love Seele. It's so nice to see her back and all grown up and matured. Now, by this, of course. Wonderful suit for Thelema. That was such a wonderful event. I love this story so much. It was just a nice, happy, cute story. Just full of good feelings and whatnot. A silly little thing. Oh no, an elite. I want to push against the wall here. Project Bunny, don't do this. Think about all we've been through, Bunny. All the long hours we've spent working together. You can't ruin us like this. Think about what this will mean for the company. Speed's coming back to bite me because I keep accidentally running into the projectiles, trying to avoid others. Oh man, they're bleeding so slowly, Bunny. I'm doing like nothing to them. Look at the way that's going. I have all the buffs I could basically need. Oh no. It's just a war of attrition. She's taking damage just very, very slowly. God, I'm not even a quarter of the way through. I'm throwing the towel. Just wrap it up, Project Bunny. Let me out of here. I'm done with that. That was... Ugh. Hey, we got the emblem. I'll have to see if I can actually survive that at a later time. That's just gonna go on for so long. Ugh. But hey, there we go. Event basically done. Well done. That was a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, a nice, sweet story with Bronya and Seele. I do so love these characters still. While I am still worried about what the future of this game will be, with the finale for Part 2 on the horizon, I'm still going in with a hopeful expectation for the future, whatever that future may be. But before we wrap up for today on Honkai, I wanted to do just one last thing. Alright, with my BP bot, I can claim these. I can go to the reverse workshop. And I bought them. Which means at long last, after so many years... Luna! Triple S rank! Woohoo! Oh, this is so awesome. At long last, my favorite is finally Triple S. After so long. This is my proudest achievement in this game. God, I love her. Love her. So happy. Oh, thank goodness. Are there no skills I can upgrade? Nope, it's all that. Awesome! Triple S Luna! Love her so much. Hooray, hooray, hooray.